Welcome to Dump Truck Toolbox. I'm Alan, and today's hauling tale is a trip to the pond. So this is sort of a different start to our trip. I was parked in the Gore area beside the work site, and I have a partial load of stone, technically 21A, and turns out they don't need it at the site I'm working at, and so I'm going to take it up this divided highway to another work site, and they're going to use the stone there. And so I'm going to speed things up here. So this road is a familiar friend. I grew up nearby, I've driven up and down this road many, many times. It also happens to be the road that one night about 50 years ago, I, I had an adventure in a vehicle. I got off work from my fast food job after midnight and had some time to kill. I had my parents' Ford Custom 1969 two-door coupe. It had a 390 cubic inch engine and a 3-speed manual transmission, shifter on the tree. And I decided I wanted to see how fast it could go. And so I ran up and down this section of the road probably 3 times. And at one point, the speedometer uh, managed to hit 115. Okay, so this is a foolish thing to do. Kids out there, don't do this. The story turned out pretty good, though, in that a state trooper was on the side of the road, and I came zooming by him. I was already slowing down, so I was probably doing 80 or 90, and this is back when the speed limit was 55 here. And he turned on his blue lights, and I went, oh no. So I slowed down to the speed limit. He pulled up behind me, and I pulled over. He checked my license. I was wearing my fast food uniform, and he said, sir, um, do you need a driver's license to get to work? And I said, yes, I do. He said, then you need to obey the speed limit. And so, with the state trooper's encouragement, I drove home safely and never engaged in that level of reckless speeding again. We're going to slow the video down just like I have slowed my driving down, and no more illegal behavior will be discussed on today's hauling tale. Um, Pulling in here to our work site. So this work site consists of building a pond, uh, and you can see it on the left side there as we drive by. It's the area where most of the vegetation's been removed, sort of under the power lines. We have to go up a bit to get to the entry point, and we're going to talk some about the camera angles here. I'm using both of my GoPro cameras. The GoPro 8 is inside the cab facing forward, and my GoPro 4 is on the driver's side rear facing mirror. The thing I've experimented with is how to get a little bit of me on the image. I don't have a movie star good look, so I don't want a whole lot of me necessarily, but this seemed to be a reasonable compromise. I pull up here into the sort of side road, and then I'm going to reverse down the road, and I've switched up the angles here so the rear facing camera gives you the big picture, and up in the upper left corner is the forward facing camera. And I've mentioned before several times how backing is rather different. Oh, I'm putting the tarp back. It's best to do that when you don't have trees or power lines overhead, so this is a good spot to do it. So I'm going to continue backing here. The tarp's most of the way in. But I've mentioned before that I've had to adapt to backing the dump truck. When I drove transit buses, the hard rule was don't back unless you absolutely need to. And in the year I've been driving dump trucks, I've gotten more comfortable. And at some point here, I'm going to speed up, and I didn't really notice on the speedometer, but the tach was reading 1500 RPM. This truck, its peak power is 2200, and I think the fuel cutoff is 2400. So I'm getting most of the speed that this truck has in reverse gear, and I didn't feel any need to go any faster than that. Um, and I'm in control here. I'm confident with what I'm doing. The road is not too narrow. Have probably maybe 3 to 4 feet of road beyond the width of my truck, and so the backing I thought is one of my biggest areas of improvement in the last 12 months. So we're getting back to the job site here. We're going to pop out in the sunlight into the area that was visible as we were coming down the main road. A lot of work's been done here. As a matter of fact, the last time I was out, there was no room to turn around back here, which is why I backed in. And as it turned out, there's actually now plenty of room to back around. They've been working on putting in some of the drain pipes. One of the guys on the crew here is going to give me instructions. They don't have a stockpile of gravel here right now, so I'm gonna start a new pile for them. Like working with this crew. They're easy to work with, good to get along with. They know what they're doing, and that's important when you're a truck driver. You need to have confidence that when they tell you to go somewhere and do something, that it's going to be safe and it's actually going to work. And that's been my experience with really everybody at my company now. All the ground crew, all the operators seem to be on top of things, and make it easy for me to do my job and to be safe in doing it. Pulling up, getting aligned. I have my spotter back there indicating where I need to go to. So I'm backing up to put the side of my truck and my tailgate right near where he is. Get the thumbs up, which means go ahead and dump out. And you can see me operating the controls in there. I turned on the PTO and pushed the lever forward, which makes the bed go up. I've been on other trucks where you pull the lever back to make the bed go up, and you just have to know which one it is. And there's the gravel coming out. Had more than the operator expected, so I needed to move forward some so that I wouldn't spill beyond what I should. And then I pull the lever back, and my tailgate starts to go down. I want to take this chance to thank you for joining us on the channel. It's always a pleasure to have you here. If you found today's video interesting or useful, please click the like button. I'd like any comments you have on the camera angles and your experience working a site like this, and uh, any comments on my movie star good looks or lack thereof. Also, I'm a I'm a mature man. I can take unwanted negative feedback. I also encourage you to subscribe to our channel. Helps you be notified when new content comes out. Also helps other people find our channel. And so this is Alan. Please do not engage in reckless driving, especially excessive speeding. And that's true whether you're driving down the road in your personal vehicle or backing a dump truck down a road like this. I hope to see you again soon on the Dump Truck Toolbox.